Welcome back, guys, to Trails from Zero, where last episode we arrived at Barca Casino to witness Gaz lose at cards to none other than Lecter Arundel, with a recently on a hot streak gambler turning violent as Lloyd stepped in to help restrain him, taking him to his hotel suite where we discovered blue pills on his personage. After reporting to Chief Sergei, the SSS took over the drug case from Division 1, with the higher-ups from the CPD seemingly trying to suppress the investigation. Now with the rest of Crossbell opened and new support requests gained, we continue a patrol of the outer reaches. Alright, let's begin our first of only 2 support requests. Maybe we can even pop out and get a little bit of fishing going. Among other things. Mr. Quint, sorry to bother you. I should talk to the lady first. The police. That's right, sir. We're from the Special Support Section, coming about your request. Well then. I want you to bring me 3 different kinds of flowers to place on the graves. Would there be any chance you could take this request on for me right now? Sure. We can start right away, sir. Glad to hear it. I'll get straight to the point. Got pen and paper on you. I'll tell you which flowers you need to collect. Ready for the first one? Yes. Tio, mind writing it down? Roger. First, the Leavers flower. You'll find them blooming near the police academy on West Crossbell Highway. Second, we have the Requiem flower. I believe Tally's General Store on West Street sells them. Finally, there's the Finel flower. You know that watchtower near Crossbell's east exit? They're usually at the foot of it. Do you mean Stargazer? They tend to bloom near similar flowers too, so be careful not to overlook them. Once you're done, I'd like you to bring them all to me. Noted. May I ask why you specifically want these 3 flowers? Yellow, blue, and white symbolize the repose of the soul here in Crossbell. Flowers of these colors are arranged into bouquets, which were traditionally offered during funerals. Is this that language of flowers thing? I believe this is slightly different from floriography. Okay, I've not heard that. Floriography, Randy. I assume they are meant to reflect Crossbell's state colors. Having a tricolored bouquet was offered at Guy's funeral too. Sir? What's up? You suddenly went quiet. Well, it's just that I'm a little bit disappointed that your generation is so unaware of these old traditions. How do you expect to face the future without knowing your roots? Sorry about that. Sorry to disappoint you, but I ain't even from Crossbell to begin with. Fine then. You know what to do. Off you go. Understood. Flowers for Fallen Friends has started. You do realize that asking a client to repeat the details of their request isn't exactly professional? I can't say I'm very impressed. You've already jotted down the locations of the flowers in your notebook. Why don't you simply check that again? Once you've gathered all 3 flowers, I'd like to bring them back to me. Please, I'm counting on you. I was just talking to you! When you're just trying to talk to someone and you get super judged. Thought of people fighting with each other is so terribly sad to me. And should such a fight escalate into one between groups of nations, it will only result in innocent people being caught in the crossfire. I wish they'd resort to diplomacy and solve their differences with civility, like the Bill's Queen did with the non-aggression pact. Right then, I guess, first of all, to West Street. Then out on West Crossbell Highway, we can take the bus most of the way. And then to Stargazer's Tower. By the look of things. Just need to clear my throat. No, there's nothing going on here. Maybe Mayor Dowell's in. Tally's General Store. Wasn't that said? Welcome to Tally's General Store. Looking for anything in particular? Yes, actually, we're looking for some Requiem flowers. Ah, I see. Did Mr. Quint send you? That's right. Did he tell you that we'd be coming? No need to. He's one of our only customers who buys those flowers from us. Him and a sparse few other devoted individuals. Wait here just a sec, okay? I'm sure we have some behind the counter somewhere. Yeah, I thought we were going to have to pay for him for a second there. I mean, the old man didn't exactly give us any mirror. I don't know. He didn't strike me as the kind of person to pull something over on us like that. Perhaps, but it still would have been nice to have received a little more information about the request. I suppose that's true. He only told us the locations of the flower. Nothing more, nothing less. Pardon me. Here's our caveat. Is something wrong? I'm so sorry, but it looks like we're out of stock on those Requiem flowers. You're all out. I suppose that's our luck. Again, I'm terribly sorry. Would you mind waiting for a bit? I'll ask the Bracer Guild if they could pick some for me. The Bracers? I suppose they would be the ones to ask. Lloyd, why don't we go pick the flowers ourselves? Oh yeah? Why let the bracers suck up all the glory when we can do it no sweat? I second that. Sounds like we're all on the same page. Going ourselves would be much more efficient than waiting on them anyway. Excuse me, do you happen to know where Requiem flowers grow? Oh, I see you're planning to get them yourselves. We should find them blooming on the edge of Mine's mountain path. About halfway down the branching road that leads to those old ruins, if I recall. Thanks, we'll go and try looking for them. Wonderful, and once more I apologize for the inconvenience. Please make sure to give Mr. Quint my regards. Okay, so we need to go... We'll go there last? No, I know, we'll go there second. Well, we can go back there now. Thing is, I'm right near the West Crossbell Highway exit. So if you know, in my brain, I'm just like, let's go there. Quest first, other things later. And to a comment that was said a while back, no, we cannot do anything about Green Cat. We just have Green Cat. That's what cop is. Can't you accept cop for who cop is? Okay, these flowers I'm looking for, not them. I gotta dodge hydras too. Well, not hydras, but what are they called again? Quetzalcoatl? Or is that just the big one? Found a leaves flower. Oh, aren't these yellow ones the leaves flowers we've been looking for? Probably a real pain for regular folk to pick them because of the location, yeah? It is right in front of the police academy. Considering how far apart these flower beds are scattered throughout Crossbell, it's fairly difficult to gather a three-colour bouquet. That's why most graves today are decorated with a single type of flower. Three-colour bouquets are usually saved for funeral services. Learning something new every day. Traditions must face reality eventually. Yeah, I guess that's true. Those flowers deserve to die! I was actually surprised when Lloyd attacked them. Lloyd's not normally at the front. Cats aren't usually green. So you're worried for their health. If we can accept green chicken, we can accept green cat. Ah, in Kidu, eh? Wasn't there a pink cat in the sky? I can't remember. I didn't really think it was part of my information to save. For a playthrough we did 3 years ago. In what colour the cats were. But sure, I'll agree. To be honest, I should have done this one last because it's on the way back. That's dumb of me. That would have made way more sense, wouldn't it? Is anyone out here fishing? Nope. Nope. I don't know what kind of baits I still have there. Too bad we can't take the car all the way, you know? It's quite handy. Out the way, Dremojimon. Out the way, evil spider of doom. There's a Dremojimon in the way here, right? Oh, it's just... Red guys come back. Ah! It doesn't even make me go faster and I still use the... It makes the enemies come back faster. I would be more likely to get got by that. Right, flowers. Still not high enough level for them. So to be honest, it wasn't that long since we came back down this route in the first place. I don't know which way to go with the flowers, so I need to go everywhere. Is it this way? Oh yeah, they are. These blue ones are Requiem flowers, right? That took us ages to find. I know, right? Imagine how hard it would have blown if there weren't any here. No, you two. The flowers were here, so it was worth it, right? Yeah, we got the job done. That's what counts. Yes, indeedy. That was our goal. Now to the Stargazer's Tower, which is Station Street exit. It's the thing, high-speed mode is very useful once you've gone down a path multiple times, isn't it? Every time I shoot one of those guys, it's worth a few hundred. There is a reason. Now look how little fire I'm getting. The true sad times. Can't get me, Dromojimon. Fortunately, these are lower level still, so if I kill these ones out here, we don't get much, do we? I mean, they're still like 60, 70, 80. I really haven't checked out, like... I stopped going to Rosenberg's studio, to be honest. Looking at that thing, I'm like, well, why don't I check that out more often? Just generally, it is just a fence. Not much for me to check out. Oh, we haven't been here yet. Phew, going on a day trip to Remifera is exhausting as it sounds, trust me. Okay, the wifey's waiting back home for me. I'll get there ASAP so the two of us can relax together. By the way, as well, I should probably... I'm a bit worried that I might actually trigger the story if I go this way, so... Let's drop a save. Still have zero business at the airport. Can't rush, because most likely in my way here. Something very big and nasty. Or not on this screen anyway. But down here there's bound to be. And they were natural residents of the location after all. Oh, 10 fire, Seppi. Please, sir, can I have some more? Okay, I can't blow at the big boys. This, I think, was the lowest level of the lot. Oh, 8 fire. I'll save again, just in case. Should we take on one of these, finally? Monster level 25. Yeah, why not? We're on the way. I need the big boys. Not my data shoo-shoo again. Gaudy osas are what they are. Okay, we probably are just much faster than them. I will use a battle scope to get the scan going. And then once we see some weaknesses, we can probably target them if they got a status thing, but I bet they haven't. 9,000 HP, an alpha primate that boasts mighty strength, crushes foes with an unstoppable charge, weakest to fire. Second weakness is wind. Not like the things that Tio isn't equipped to do. Who'd have guessed? Okay, Randy Walker. Build yourself up a little bit. They probably can't be gathered, is what I'd imagine. So hopefully they'll go for... Well, that's got to go... Whoa, that's a big smack! And arts! We need to spread out a bit. Okay, we can't pull them together, which is disappointing. Okay, so how am I gonna proceed from here? I was getting my CP up for like the obvious reason. I would chrono drive, but Lloyd's gonna move. We don't have much of an option here, do we? At this point, we're just going to have to be in and out intercepting. But between Ellie and Lloyd, we should have everything we need. It's not a big enough range. What's Death Spiral? Looks like at this point we're going to have to take on one opponent because we can't get them closer. Hopefully one of them will move. I mean, that's the best I can do. And it hits both, so it's going to be more damage. So I'll take that. The only problem is that speeding you up makes you run through your stuff faster. Thankfully, the two people who have CP... Yeah, we're going to have to heal Lloyd. Gio's at 100. Lloyd's like, I don't dodge enough. Give me more evasion. Okay. Buddy. We'll be on that as soon as we can. Okay, some guy's getting a double turn here. I might just steal that with Tio. Because she's already got 100 CP back. Might just use her base craft and work on that from there. I don't think that's a terrible idea. In terms of getting more damage down on our opponents, we could try that. But I think that's actually playing with fire. We should probably have left her open. I wonder if there's something that we can get that lands exactly on... No? Nothing? I might just move her then. Into a position. You get me, right? Because now I can at least hit both. And it's still going to be fairly good damage. So even though these guys are level 25... they have a lot more power to them than you'd think. I almost feel like I should move and not attack till I've got an interrupt. Again, here is a bit of a risky one. I could use Holy Bullet, but the delay's quite high. I kind of need to power up or just heal up a little bit because Randy's obviously going to take the hit here. 40 Osa is focusing its power. I'm pretty sure I can avoid that. Whatever's about to happen. I continue to face you off one-on-one. Sounds kind of dumb. This is just a level 25 one. What are the other ones like? Again, I fancy just moving here. Yeah, but look at it, I should have. That guy's gonna get his craft off. Unless that thing dies. That's the only way we can stop it at this point. How much HP are we looking at? It's about to hit hard, to be honest. Don't know if Lloyd will survive it. I'm a bit in danger myself. Says Randy. We haven't seen Lloyd's new one yet. Okay, 1285 is left. Do you know what? Why not? I did it! Ikimasu. That definitely did the required thing. Resist, wasn't much damage there. I'm expecting to get blasted back. You haven't seen any S-Craft yet? We did. It's alright. It's the first S-Craft I used in the entire playthrough. No joke. The very first one. It's probably not going to do much damage either when I think about it. Hi, I'm Lloyd, and I'm here to take damage. Alright, mission's complete. In just one more couple of whacks, when you think about it. 200 CP for Randy. Lloyd! Randy didn't even try to catch you. Should have a go at that guy. This guy's getting a group attack. How much is he on? I mean, I don't think you can beat everyone with that, I'd like to point out. I'm stealing it. You're not allowed. That was a bit more of a hassle than it should have been. 2 experience! A lot of Sepith though. And a Capricorn gem. Haven't you checked your workout schedule? Today's leg day, not chest day. A Capricorn gem is... Let's go to you. Effectiveness of HP EP recovery items is multiplied by 2. We don't chuck a lot of items, to be completely honest with you. This is the right place I'm going, right? This could be anywhere in here, to be honest. Said it was near the tree, though, right? Looks like others in the area was also the other thing said. I hope I'm going the right way here. Are there 2 different kinds of apes in here? It's got to be here, right? Bit worried I've chosen the wrong location now. I think I missed it. I'm not even on East Crossbell Highway. What am I on? This is Ursula Road. Ah. I got mixed up. I'm sorry. I got totally mixed up. And then at least we achieved another objective, but I honestly thought the whole time the flowers were out here. I'm not joking. I'm just dumb. When I started going down St. Ursula Road, was anyone else just going like, where's he going? Where's he going? It's even not far off when you think about it. It's only going to be this far down. I thought you came specifically for that chest, but then you continued on. Yeah, right? Hello. Get him! Speed! They never stood a chance, but they gave me earthworms. I'm assuming it'll be down here then. No? This is the watchtower, right? It's those flowers there. Found fennel flower. Oh, these white ones are fennel flowers, aren't they? This location is fairly close to Crossbell City, so I'd imagine people frequently come by here to pick them. Yeah, downy string monsters are chilling at a place like this. Regardless, weaker monsters are still a threat to children and the elderly. True enough. Should we get going? Finally got them all. Beast flesh from the ground, you know. I hate it when you drop your flesh on the ground. It just flops off you. Man. Now I'm like all like, frick. Make up the time you lost by being an idiot. We got the flowers. But I just very much went the wrong way. But I got chest done, so that's one. That's an extra for our quest. We're back, Mr. Quint. Faster than I expected. Did you get the flowers? Yes. Please check to make sure we got the right ones. Levis flowers, the requiem flower, and the finel flower. These are the ones, all right. Your efforts are much appreciated, Special Support Section. Just doing our job, sir. Man, getting all those flowers took way more work than I was expecting. Even talents had run out. What are the odds of that? Well, we still managed. Sir, may I ask you something? What is it? It's not particularly common to gather these three specific flowers, except for funerals nowadays. What exactly did you need them for? You're right that there's no funeral at the moment. Well, since you helped me pick them, come with me and we'll go place them together. You'll get your answer afterwards. What is he talking about? Beats me. I guess we'll see when we get there. Here lies Sire McLean. McLean? Could this be Arios's wife? On to the next one. Here lies... No, it's gone out. This one's seen better days. Can't even make out whose name's on it. Perhaps the gravekeeper knows. Here's the last one. Guy Bannings. Is this who I think it is? Lloyd's older brother. The reason I asked you to gather those three flowers is pretty simple. I wanted to give them to Guy Bannings and to the families of those that were precious to him. It's only natural to want to show respect to one's closest friends, right? Sir, did you know Guy Bannings? That's right. That I could ever forget him even if I tried. Back when he was alive, he often came to visit me in my cabin. So do I. We shared drinks and stories till the sun rose. I never had a family, you see, so I can't tell you how many times his company saved this old man. I had no idea. I am starting to understand the nature of this support request. When it came time for his funeral, I felt like I was torn to shreds. Your name was Lloyd, right? So you must be Guy's younger brother. You know who I am? I remember first catching a glimpse of you at your brother's funeral. Then once I saw that picture of you in the Crossbell Times 4 months ago, it jogged my memory. Your faces aren't anything alike. I'm starting to see the resemblance. I don't think I'm anywhere near him yet when it comes to being a detective, though. Lloyd. Actually, there's another reason why I submitted such an annoying job to the SSS. I needed to ascertain firsthand whether you four, Guy's successors, had grown any. And did we make the grade? Well, you finished the job, so that's something. However, you're still rough around the edges. Yeah, we did wander off a bit. Damn, bit harsh, don't you think? That said, I think the Special Sports section has a bright future ahead. It's a chance you will catch up to, or maybe even overtake Guy one day. When that happens, come back here and pay me a visit. We'll share some drinks, the same as I did with Guy. Alright, I'm looking forward to it. Your older brother lives on through a lot of people, doesn't he? I agree. Through me as well. Catching up to a guy that talented ain't the easiest thing in the world. Gonna take quite a while, I bet. Honestly, that goal might end up being a bigger barrier than taking down the Mafia or Crossbell's corruption, you know? Yeah, you said it. Yet, I will surpass him someday. I have to. Looks like I've talked your ears off. Time to head back inside. Thanks to you, I was able to pay my respects to my dear friends. I can't thank you enough for that. If something else ever comes up, I'll make sure to contact you again. We'll be waiting. Goodbye, sir. Flowers for Fallen Friends is complete. And links were shown. Thanks to you, I was able to pay my respects to my dear friends. I can't thank you enough for that. If something else ever comes up, I'll make sure to contact you again. Quest complete. I was wondering if there'd be another something here. Seeming the flowers are laid down. But seemingly not. Be nice to know who that is in the end. Anyway, with that, we should actually do the patrol. We checked out the cathedral. We've got mines and more places to head around to. Well, I've already knocked off one thing from my list of to-dos, which is that chest. Why did I think that was east? It's definitely west. Right then, let's start talking. Wait, so Gans has been missing in action this whole time because he's living the high life over in Crossbell City. Honestly, what's gotten into him? Wait, you're not say anything else? Guess the news hasn't really passed. Mayor Bixon finally decided to go to the city himself to pick up Gans. Just the fact that we know where he is takes a huge load off my shoulders. To be honest, the amounts we've got, the places we've got to see are very small now. I spotted the mayor hopping onto the bus. He looks so depressed. I could practically see the rain clouds above him. Did something happen to Gans? To be honest, our last stop would be St. Ursula then, which is our biggest part of this extra, or extended now, patrol. If Gans has been found, that means... Oh no, there's going to be another party tonight, isn't there? Preparing for one is always a pain. Not caring too much about Gans being back. More about the busyness. Is Gans back? Here's a question. How long does it take to come down from those drugs? And can you come down from those drugs? We don't exactly know what those drugs do, which is what we're going to find out hopefully when we see Dr. Gunther. Vixen went all the way to Crossbell City so we could see Gans. From what I heard, Gans has been acting very strange, disconcertingly so. What could have happened to him? No matter, I'm just relieved to hear Gans is alive and well. The whole town was filled with relief when they heard the news. You found Gans, right? Thank gosh. So how was he doing? I can't just tell him that Gans might be hooked on drugs. If Gans finally comes back, he's going to have to tell me all about his adventures in Crossbell City. They might not be, very fantastic. Honestly, I'm worried Loki is just going to go right back to goofing off once Gans comes back. Now that he's actually taking his job seriously, I pray that he'll take the experience to heart and keep it going no matter what distraction. I wonder if I should just do the other quest straight away to this then be able to sweep nice and fast. Scheduling, you know? I could swear I heard something like a bell ringing coming from the ruins the last few days. Then it just vanished yesterday. I wonder what it was exactly. I wonder what it was. Okay. Just got the miners and the upper levels left. We only saw the bell ourselves. We managed to stop it with brute force though. I was quite amazed with that. I thought we'd have to do some kind of like ritual. Nah, just hold it. Everyone in the mine is really nice to me, so I like to say hi to them. No, everyone thinks my daddy is a super awesome person. Low-tech solutions, right? Sometimes they work. It's gotten serious. He forced the mayor to go all the way to the city for his sorry ass. I've heard the gambling has made his head inflate to twice its size. What a mess. What a mess. Meow. Oh, thank goodness. They finally found Gans. You've heard the rumors about ghosts haunting the ruins, right? I almost thought he might have been spirited away or something. That's your solution, is it? Well, we heard of rumors. Definitely ghosts. Heard Kantz was finally found yesterday. You know, that guy would never stop ranting about how his mining was too tough. He ended up becoming a gambling addict to blow off some steam, but I never would have guessed he'd go completely missing. I'm sorry for all the trouble he's caused all of you, SSS. Please allow me to apologize for him. Mining is a strenuous job and the pay isn't anything to write home about. There's probably a bunch of people who are dissatisfied, but no one really speaks up about it. Personally, I think this whole mess with Gantz came from all that pent-up stress of his finally boiling over. Well, one of the things is he obviously had a susceptible, addictive personality to begin with. And if you can identify yourself as having one of them, you really shouldn't do anything else that can do that. Steer clear. Oh, wow, I'm so sore from work yesterday. Slacking off recently really put me out of shape. Damn, or maybe if I kick in a high gear, I won't have time to even think about the pain. Alright, let's do this. You get to work, sir. So apparently Gans has been racking up win after win at the casino, with no sign of quitting anytime soon. Is Greed really enough to make someone turn their back on everything they know? When he comes back, I'll be sure to give him one hell of a wake-up call. There should be one more guy in the mine. I've only heard rumors, but apparently Gans is making a killing in the city's casino. Maybe we should have him throw us a party in exchange for making us worry. Maybe you should. Right, I'm thinking we go straight on to the other quest, considering most of the towns are a few people and barely like 4 minutes of dialogue, you could say. So let's just get them out of the way. Then we know where we stand. And also we can bring in some money. Yeah, I could head to the IBC. Trade in. Buy some stuff for the Lloyd that isn't dodging people, hitting him for 900 damage. Out of curiosity, things have changed here. Oh, the hell are you guys? I'm kind of on edge right now, so do me a favor and piss off. Screw the manager. Where does he get off telling me I have a big ego? Who the hell does he think he got us through this whole shit show? What did he say? Who the hell does he think got us through this whole... Yeah, there we go. Hey, Marie, what do you think could have happened to Father? Do you know anything about it? Punyan? This is a raid. Look in that pot. It's in that pot. It's definitely in that pot. There's not pot in the pot. There's something in the pot. So everyone else here is still in normal talking points. So we should look for places that we've been for quests to see if there's any more stuff here, there, and everywhere. So we should go to the entertainment district in the future. First of all,